Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mercedes. In today's video, I have polishes from Hella Handmade Creations for the month of May to share with you all.
Show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet.
So if you haven't heard of what Hella Handmade Creations is, it's a monthly collab between indie makers. They come together every month and they create limited edition items. We all love it for the nail polish, but there's so many other items on there. You have hand and nail care, foot care, cuticle oils, tarot, purses, little trinkets for like your Kindle, all that stuff. Now these items are capped, not all of them, some of them, meaning that there's only a certain amount that are created, and once they sell out, that is it. You can't get your hands on them anymore. Hella Handmade Creations does have a encore section, so they do bring back some polishes. I don't exactly know how that works. I don't know if it's like over pour or if it's specifically bringing back polishes like planned. Actually, I should look into that, but if you know, leave a comment down below. So like our other collabs, there's always a theme, but instead of a big theme, each maker has the opportunity to create their own theme, and it can go on for months, maybe like 6 to 7 months. So in the end, you have like a mini collection based off of that theme. Now shop opens the 14th of the month and they close on the 21st. And this is a pre-order, so once the shop does close on the 21st, then your items will ship out 3 to 4 weeks. You'll get your items in 3 to 4 weeks after that time. I think that's everything. I'm really excited to show you guys the polishes this month. So let's
First up, we
get
have
into it.
BCB Lacers, and this is Bubline, priced at $13.75, and there's a cap of 300. They are continuing their Adventure Time series, and this one's inspired by Princess Bubblegum in Marceline. It has a warm purple base with pink, gold, orange flakes, purple blue flakes, and pink, gold, orange, green, a multi-chrome magnetic pull. So many different colors, so much going on here, but everything works so well together. I'm fascinated by that beautiful shimmer that we have running throughout, and I don't even know if this has shimmer. I think it's just that multi-chrome magnetic pull. I don't know, but it is so pretty. I love the dark base. Those purple blue flakies really illuminate off of that darker base. And then that lovely magnetic strip, we definitely see some of the orange and the pink. And then I'd say green at like very extreme angles. You can sort of see it on my pointer finger at certain angles as well. But this one was very lovely. And the formulation, definitely work with thin coats just because this has a lot of flakies in here. So if you rush and don't let your coats dry in between, then it's going to get really thick and gloopy and chunky and not fun. But pictured are 2 coats of BCB Lacers. Is it Bubline? Yeah, Bubline with a glossy top coat. BCB Lacers is also bringing us a cuticle oil. This is called the Nidosphere, priced at $8.50 and capped at $150. And they're still going along with their Adventure Time series. This one smells so heavenly. You have scents or notes of fresh kiwi, citrus spritz, crisp greens, white orchid, bamboo leaves, peach rose. It is such a, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's fruity but very fresh, but not fruity in the sense that it's too sweet. It's just such a lovely scent, and I think it's going to work wonderfully for summertime. And then, of course, the ingredients: jojoba oil, coconut oil, almond oil, avocado oil. There's a lot of great nutrients in here. I love the BCB Lacers cuticle oils. I know I say it all the time, but I truly do. I like have one in every nook and cranny, at work, in my purse, in my nail space or office space. I even give them to my kids, especially the ones that smell more on the like manly side, because BCB Lacers knows how to make sense. And when there's an inspiration, let me tell you, that scent is going to smell like that inspiration. But I also love that the ingredients do their job. Cracked Polish is bringing us Rustless Wonder, priced at $13 and capped at $400. They're continuing their Down the Indie Rabbit Hole series, and this one's described as a pink with pink aurora shimmers and green magnetic pigments. I love the last sentence in this inspiration. It says, "It's the moment you pause to appreciate something beautiful, forgetting where you were going but not caring one bit." I feel like this polish really embraces that. You can see the formulation, the first coat went on sheer, but as we went along and built it up, we got this lovely pink base, and those green magnetic pigments, I feel like they sort of, on me anyways, you can definitely see the green, but I feel like it definitely leans towards that like antique gold sort of tone with like a dash of that green in there. This base is so beautiful. It definitely is pink, but it does have, I feel like, a dash of purple in there. So lovely. And the shimmer just gives it this beautiful sheen of sparkle. Absolutely love it. I'm going to recommend 3 coats for everybody on this one. Pictured are 3 coats of cracked polish, Rustless Wonder with a glossy top coat. Here we have Cuticular, and this is Everyone Wants to Be Us, priced at $13.50, and there's no cap. They are continuing their Books to TV Movies series, and this one's inspired by The Devil Wears Prada. This one has a fuchsia base with a strong red, orange, gold, green shimmer flame. You know, I love me a good red, and I know a lot of you love your red polishes out there. You can see that fiery shimmer. Now, I built this one up in 3 coats. I just felt like I needed that 3rd coat just to wrap it up and really give it the color that we were looking at in the bottle. And you can definitely do 2. I'm going to say 2 to 3 for everybody. For me personally, even on my shorter nails, not that I needed it to build that opacity, I just needed it to give me that beautiful, fiery, like stronger, fiery look. Now we get shifts of orange in here. We see a little bit of gold. Green, I'd say we get like glimpses of green, like maybe the tones in certain shifts. We might see some of that, but this one was super, super lovely. I think this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful summer polish. Pictured are 3 coats of Cuticular, Everyone Wants to Be Us with a glossy top coat. Next up we have Dam Polish, and this is La Tamothina. This one is priced at $13.50, and there's a cap of 300. They are continuing their bucket list destinations. This one's inspired by a festival in Spain. It is a red-based polish with strong gold shimmer. The combination of the base and shimmer can really make the polish look more reddish or orange. I think that's honestly going to depend on your skin tone. You guys can see on me, it definitely pulls more orange, but we can definitely see some of that red in the base, right? But for sure, those orange tones are peeking out. And I want to say this is a very flattering orange on me. I was, like, I saw it in the bottle and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this one. Oh my goodness, it is beautiful. The shimmer is something else. It is just so fiery. It's dancing all along the nail. And I love how we get the glimpses of the red undertones, like from within, like when you're looking at my nail. This polish is getting me so excited. When you're looking at my nail, you can see the orange flame, right? But then peeking out from underneath, it's like more flame from underneath is trying to come out, and you can see that red shimmer trying to pull through. It is so lovely. It's so fascinating. I really want to wear this for summertime. It is just so, so beautiful. Like, tell me you love polish without telling me you love polish this much. Like, this one got me really excited. Pictured are 3 coats of Dam Polish, La Tamothina with a glossy top coat. Here we have Jen and Berries, and this is Tell Us About Your Beaver, priced at $13.50 and capped at $3.50. They are continuing their great British Bake Off series inspired by Prue Leith. It has a seafoam green jelly base with green, blue, blue-violet shifty iridescent flakes and blue-purple multichrome flakes. So because this is jam-packed with flakies, definitely work in thin coats. Let them dry in between, or else you're going to end up with a chunky hot mess. I decided to go in for 3 coats just because we are working with a jelly base, and I really wanted to make the most of that base color. I love this green, seafoam green base. I just love those sort of like minty shades, but not pastels. I don't like pastel creams, but I do love this shade of green. And with this formulation, with the flakies that are just glistening and the bouncy, squishy jelly base, I can definitely see myself wearing this one again. Now, if you have a prominent nail line, you may see some of that nail line with this polish, and it's only because this is a jelly base. Now, there is a lot of flakies in here, so those may do a really great job at covering some of that nail line that you have. Or honestly, if you used a similar base color and you top this one over it, oh my god, it would look even better. But I don't think you're going to have a lot of issues with nail line because of the amount of flakies that we have in here. Pictured are 3 coats of Jen and Berries. Tell Us About Your Beaver with a glossy top coat. Garden Path Lacquers is bringing us Be Selfish, Be Brave, priced at $13.50 with no cap. They are beginning a new series inspired by favorite books and their covers. So, I cannot wait as we go along. But this one is described as a clear base filled with gold holographic micro glitter, gold shifting aurora shimmer, and black metallic micro flakies. So again, another gorgeous polish from Garden Path Lacquers. They are killing it this year and all of last year too. But can we just admire this like shade of gold? It definitely has some green pull in there, or at least on me, I feel like I see some green undertones. But wow, this is definitely like, I feel like old school vibes on the nails. It just reminds me of like an Egyptian queen or something, just because of this beautiful gold and the shade of yellow that gold is flattering. Sometimes with certain gold polishes on my more tanner skin, they don't look that well, or at least I don't like them. But this one was so lovely. What I like is those black metallic flakies that are just sandwiched all between the layers of the polish, and they just give you such an antique, rustic sort of look. I loved it. Pictured are 2 coats of Garden Path Lacquers, Be Selfish, Be Brave, with a glossy top coat. Night Owl Lacquer is bringing us Money is Just Candy That Hasn't Been Born Yet, priced at $13 with no cap. They are continuing their Bob's Burgers series. And this one is described as a forest green crully filled with multichrome flakes that shift orange, copper, gold, and micro-flaky shimmers that shift yellow, green, and blue. So I love this month. We're getting a lot of flaky polishes, and we are getting a lot of polishes with no cap. So it's giving you guys a lot of time to decide. This one had a beautiful formula. You can see how easily I built it up. I did do 3 coats just to make the most of my base and really give me that forest green that I saw in the bottle. I love the copper and the gold flakies in here because they contrast so well against our base. We're seeing a lot of yellowy tones, and not that it's bad. I feel like this is definitely one of those ugly pretty colors, which I personally love. So if you love pruglies, I know you're really going to enjoy this one. This is going to be beautiful for summertime. Pictured are 3 coats of Night Owl Lacquer, Money is Just Candy That Hasn't Been Born Yet, with a glossy top coat. I love that name. Polish is bringing us Night Market, priced at $14 with no cap. They are continuing their Stardew Valley series. This one's inspired by the Night Market Festival from the game. It is a deep blue gray packed with red, copper, green crystalline flakies. So I feel like Polish does this all the time. They create these polishes that you first look in the bottle and you're like, oh, I think this is going to be pretty. I don't know. You start painting your nails with like the first coat and you're like, yeah, I'm not really sure. And then you get the completed look and you're just like, wow. Don't mind this swatch here. I did not polish my finger the way that I should have, but you can see that I fixed it on the full hand swatch. That was just user error with me not being smart about using the brush and polishing. But on the full hand swatch, 3 coats, and you get this glorious look. It is like chocolatey goodness. If you love brown polishes, I think you're really going to enjoy this one. I feel like we're definitely getting hints of lavender and purple, like undertones. I think what I really love about this polish are those crystalline flakies because of the beautiful shifts that we get. I feel like it's such a soft polish, but it definitely makes a statement on the nails. Pictured are 3 coats of polish Night Market with a glossy top coat. Penelope Loose is bringing us Sakura. This is priced at $13.50 and capped at $200. And they are continuing their Flower Symphony series. This one is inspired by cherry blossoms, and it has a salmon base with pink gold shimmer. Such a refreshing shade after all of our flaky bombs and fun component polishes. I decided to do 3 coats, and on that 3rd coat, it was magic. I got this really beautiful shade of pink on the nail. We definitely see that pink and that gold shimmer running throughout, but I feel like what I really love about this polish, which took me by surprise because I am not one for like a nude mani, but it's definitely that like pinky sort of base. We see a little bit of purple. Do you guys see purple? I see some purple in there, but it was so beautiful. And I think if you just want like a fresh summer polish with a little bit of sparkle in there, this is going to be beautiful as a pedicure and on the nails as well. But I think a pedicure, this would look glorious. Pictured are 3 coats of Penelope Loose Sakura with a glossy top coat. Penelope Loose is also bringing us a topper. It's called Cherry Blossom, priced at $13 and capped at $200. And I apologize, I did not swatch this over the previous polish just because I mixed up my months, but I wanted to show you guys it's swatched over a black swatch stick, and on the website you can see it's swatched over lots of different shades. But this one is beautiful. It is a red, pink, gold iridescent topper that has microflakes and micro gold hollow glitter. It is beautiful. Honestly, if you built it up on its own, you'd probably get this beautiful sheen across the nail, but this over any shade, and I can see the pictures on the HHC website, it's just glorious. And I think it's because of the gold hollow glitter in here, and then just the iridescent micro flakies. They're so tiny and like fine that they don't take away from your base color. Like, you'll get a hint of change with some of the color, obviously, but it just emphasizes your base color even more. It doesn't take away. I feel like Penelope Loose does an amazing job when it comes to toppers. Like, I am always so impressed. I feel like I use her toppers and it makes me love that base polish even more. It's just crazy because it blends. Oh my god, this month is just an exciting month for polish for me, but her toppers really do a number on polishes. They just blend in so well, and like I said, they really emphasize that base polish, and they don't just sit on top of your nail looking pretty. They really blend in. Rogue Lacquer is bringing us You Threw Off My Groove, priced at $13 with no cap, and they are continuing their Emperor's New Groove series. This one has a blue jean toned base with icy blue shifting shimmer. So another one that, like, after the completed look, I was just blown away. So you can see the first coat, we go on a bit sheer, looks a little bit streaky. And then on the second coat, we really start seeing that beautiful blue peeking on through. I did 2 coats on my shorter nails. Could I see a 3rd coat for long nails? Maybe. I think it just depends on how you polish. But 2 coats was just lovely. And look at all of those beautiful blue tones. We get a little hint of green in the center of the nail as well. But I love how the center is nice and bright and airy and light. And then around the perimeters of the nail, that's when we see the deeper tones of blue. It just looks so beautiful. This reminds me of a pool in the summertime, and with a glossy top coat, it is just such a juicy, beautiful shade. Pictured are 2 coats of Rogue Lacquer, You Threw Off My Groove with a glossy top coat. Sassy Sauce is bringing us Savage Cinderelli, priced at $13.50 and capped at $3.30. They are continuing their shoes-inspired series. This one has a purple base with a larger particle blue shimmer and blue-black shifting UCC flakies. So another bright, fun polish for summertime. You can see on the second coat, we start building up that purple base, and we get a lot of the blue shimmer peeking on through. Now, I kept it at 2 coats, and I thought it was lovely. I love those blue-black shifting flakies in here. They're there, we can see them, but they aren't like the star of the show, right? It isn't like the center foremost component of the polish. That is that blue shimmer that is taking my breath away. It is so beautiful. I can see myself wearing this one in the summertime and just not being able to stop staring at my nails because of how glorious that large particle blue shimmer is. It is just so pretty. This month we have a lot of beautiful ones. Pictured are 2 coats of Sassy Sauce, Savage Cinderelli with a glossy top coat. Victorian Varnish is bringing us Steampunk Sparkle, priced at $13.50, capped at $300. They are starting a new series, and it's inspired by steampunk unicorns. This is a cyan base with large particle blue aqua shifting shimmers and lots of ghost flakies in pink, blue, purple, peach, gold, and green and pink reflective glitters. Victorian Varnish kitchen sink polishes, they just do it so well, and I love my kitchen sink polishes. This one's definitely a fun, vibrant shade, those green and pink reflective glitters. Now, they are just beautiful. They make this polish sparkle and twinkle like no other. But we're also getting a lot of sparkle from the shifting shimmers as well, remember. So we have this beautiful, beautiful blue base, and then we get a glorious shift of all of the colors of the rainbow. It feels like it is so pretty. Guys, HHC, the makers brought it this month. But this one, I love how we are able to build it up, and the components are easy to work with. Nothing's going to be thick or gloopy. As long as you're waiting for your coats to dry and you're working in thin coats, you're not going to have any issues. You may want to use a glitter smoother for this coat, just because for this polish, just because of all of the flakies and the reflective glitters in here. Pictured are 2 coats of Victorian varnish, Steampunk Sparkle with a glossy top coat. Victorian Varnish is also bringing us their lavish hand and cuticle cream. This one's in Unicorn Fantasy, priced at $8.50 and capped at $65. This one has a beautiful, lovely, fresh, fruity scent, but it's not overbearingly sweet. So you have plum, strawberry, raspberry, grapefruit, and there's some notes of vanilla and cocoa, melted butter. Such a dreamy, dreamy scent. I am in love with these lavish hand creams. I think it's safe to say now that this is one of my favorite hand creams. They do the job of my cuticle oil and my hand cream, like just all in one. Of course, I will still continue to use cuticle oil, but when I'm in a rush and I just need something that's going to moisturize and give me all the hydration all in one, the lavish hand cream, it's where it's at. I'm telling you guys, if you have not tried it, give it a shot. Maybe wait until you find a scent that you know you're gonna love, but they are so worth it. This product does wonders to your hands and your cuticles. Zombie Claw is bringing us Bikini Blitz, priced at $13.50 and capped at $100, and there's still some available as of this filming. So they are continuing their Powerpuff Girl series. Did I say that already? This one glows in the dark white. It has a dark pink base that has shifts from like a rosy to an orangey sort of pigment. This one's definitely more on the sheer side, but you can see on that 3rd coat, I was able to build up to this lovely squishy sort of like jelly base, and we can see these shimmers in the nail. But this one, I feel like that dark pink base, actually I don't even want to call it dark pink. I want to say it's a pretty like muted bubblegum pink, like dusty rose, but that is the star of this show with this one, and those shimmers just amplify that base. Another fresh, fun polish for summertime. Pictured are 3 coats of Zombie Claw Bikini Blitz with a glossy top coat. So my favorites this month, I don't have the bottles in front of me, but Dawn Polish for sure. I don't think I've gotten so excited explaining and talking about a polish in so long. I mean, obviously I love polish. It does get me happy. It's my happy place. But that polish was just so beautiful. Garden Path Lacquers. There's just something about that one that is just so beautiful. I know it's like your typical golds with like black flakies and all of that, but there's just something about that tone of gold that just is so beautiful. It is like this antique sort of like, what is that term for like a really rustic metal, I can't think of that word, but it just reminds me of like a really old teapot or something like that. It just looks so beautiful. And then the Sassy Sauce polish, so bright, so vibrant, so fun. I love the glow factor that one gives off. Definitely a fun summer polish. All right, everybody, that is all that I have for you today. Let me know if you plan on picking up anything or if you already have, because I know shop is open. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.